Chosen ones. This message doesn't come to you by accident. Chosen one, I need you to stop and listen carefully, for this is a sacred moment, an alignment of divine timing. You are standing at the threshold of something extraordinary, a financial blessing that has been long overdue. But this blessing is not just about wealth or material gain. It is about God's recognition of your journey, the struggles you've faced, and the perseverance you've shown. It is a moment that will not only transform your financial standing, but will ripple through every area of your life. I urge you, chosen one, to open your heart and mind to the truth of what is unfolding before you. God has been orchestrating this blessing for you, aligning the pieces in ways that may have seemed invisible to you. You may have wondered if this day would ever come, if the breakthrough you've prayed for would ever arrive. But here you are, in a season of divine promise. This is a moment of truth, of manifestation, and of divine favor. This blessing is not a random occurrence or a stroke of luck. It is a direct response to God's love and understanding of your struggles. It is a symbol of everything you've endured, the prayers you've whispered in quiet desperation, the tears you've cried in the silence of the night. God has heard you, seen you, and now He is responding in a way that will change your life forever. I want you to understand that this financial blessing is more than just money. It's a reflection of God's deep care and love for you. This blessing carries a weight that goes far beyond what the world can see. It is a divine confirmation that God is with you, He is for you, and He is rewarding your faithfulness. All the pain, all the difficulty, and all the waiting have been part of God's preparation to release this moment into your life. This blessing is God's way of showing you that His promises are true, that He has seen every step of your journey, and that He is now providing for you in ways you could have never imagined. Now is the time to act on this promise, to align your heart with the incredible things God is about to do in your life. I encourage you to type 2323 and activate your faith in this moment. This number, this simple act, is a step toward receiving what God has already set in motion for you. It's an acknowledgement that you are ready to receive, to walk in the fullness of the blessing that is coming your way. By typing 2323, you are agreeing with heaven, aligning yourself with this divine promise, and preparing yourself to receive all that God has in store for you. The blessings are already on their way, and they are bigger than you can imagine. God's timing is perfect, and everything that has happened in your life has led you to this very moment. Trust in the process, trust in His timing, and know that you are on the brink of a miracle that will change everything. There is a sacred weight to divine timing. Chosen one, the moment you are entering now is not just another chapter in your life. It is the convergence of years of prayer, faith, and perseverance. What is coming is nothing short of a tidal wave of provision. This wave is divinely orchestrated, carefully timed to arrive in your life when you are ready to receive it. Every event, every moment of hardship, and every prayer you've whispered in the stillness has led to this very moment. God has been aligning the circumstances, preparing you spiritually, and positioning you to receive a blessing that will completely transform your life. This provision is not just material wealth. It is a manifestation of God's active involvement in your life. You are not just receiving financial blessings, but a tangible reminder that God has seen every struggle, every doubt, and every moment you thought you couldn't go any further. And in this very moment, God is extending His hand to pull you into a season of abundance that you did not expect. The blessings are not arbitrary. They are strategically placed before you just when you need them the most. It is a gift from heaven that aligns with the divine plan God has been unfolding for you all along. You have been faithful in trusting Him even when it seemed like nothing was happening. You have believed in His promises even when it felt like they were delayed. And now you stand on the precipice of receiving what has been waiting for you. The way forward is clear, and the abundance you've been seeking is closer than ever. But this moment of provision is not just about what you will gain. It's about what you will receive, what you will recognize, and how you will accept the blessings with gratitude and open arms. This is not a time to hesitate or doubt. It is a time to embrace what God is giving you with full appreciation, not only for the material wealth, but for the deeper, more profound significance behind it. Every prayer you've spoken, every step of faith you've taken, every single moment you've trusted when it felt impossible, all of it has led to this. This blessing is God's direct response to your obedience, your trust, and your commitment to following His plan, no matter the cost. You have remained steadfast, and now heaven is honoring your faithfulness by bringing this wave of provision your way. It is not just a financial blessing. It is the fruit of a life well lived in service, in surrender, and in faith. Now, more than ever, it is crucial that you recognize this moment as something sacred. God is calling you to step into a new season with open arms. It's not a time to shrink back or second-guess what is happening. The divine timing of this blessing is perfect, and it is coming at exactly the right moment. Do not be afraid of the size of what is coming. God is ready to fill your hands with everything you need, and He is ready to fill your heart with the peace that accompanies His provision. But there is an urgency here, an urgency to be spiritually awake, to be present, and to embrace this moment fully. Every small sign, every gentle nudge you feel, is a part of this divine orchestration. You must stay alert and attentive to the whispers of the Holy Spirit, for they will guide you toward this greater season of blessing. This is not just about receiving. It's about recognizing that this moment is the culmination of all that you've gone through. It's about seeing the divine plan unfold and stepping boldly into the future that God has already prepared for you. Let your heart be open, your hands ready to receive, and your spirit in tune with God's will. The tidal wave of provision is coming, and you are about to step into the life you've been waiting for. The financial blessing that is coming your way, chosen one, is not just about the money. It is so much more. It is a tangible manifestation of God's love for you, an affirmation of His personal care and faithfulness toward you. Every dollar, every coin, every financial breakthrough you receive carries a deeper meaning. It is a reflection of how much God understands your journey, how deeply He sees your struggles, and how much He desires to bless you in ways that are not only material, but deeply spiritual. You have been walking in faith, trusting in God's timing, and standing firm even when the path seemed uncertain. And now, this financial provision is not just a coincidence or a stroke of good luck. It is a sign that God has been with you every step of the way. Each blessing is a piece of God's love manifesting in your life, a love that is active, intentional, and overflowing. This is God's way of showing you that He is not a distant observer of your life, but a loving Father who is intimately involved, providing for you in ways that exceed what you could ever ask for. Each dollar that comes your way is not simply about the wealth it brings. It is about what it represents, the unwavering faithfulness of God. The abundance is a reflection of God's character, His generosity, and His care for His children. This provision is a sign that He has been working behind the scenes, setting the stage for this very moment. Every struggle, every moment of need, every prayer you've whispered in faith, God has seen it all. And now, in this season of blessing, He is showing you that He is not forgotten. The provision you are about to receive is a direct result of God's love for you, an affirmation that He has always been with you, even in your darkest moments. But beyond just the material aspect, this blessing will bring healing and freedom. It will free you from the burden of scarcity and the anxiety that has plagued your thoughts. For so long, you may have wrestled with worry, fear, and doubt, unsure of how you would make ends meet or whether you would ever experience true peace in your financial life. But now, as this blessing comes to you, it will do more than just provide money. It will heal the wounds that have been caused by years of financial struggle. It will release you from the chains of fear and anxiety, allowing you to walk in peace and confidence in every area of your life. This provision is not just about the material things it will bring into your life. It is about the freedom that will come with it, the freedom to dream again, to live without the constant weight of financial concern, to step into the fullness of what God has for you. It will bring healing to your emotions, peace to your mind, and strength to your spirit. No longer will you be burdened by the constant struggle for survival, because God is about to pour out His blessings upon you in a way that will transform your entire life. As this blessing unfolds, it is also a sign of God's unwavering faithfulness to His promises. He has never failed you, and He will not start now. The provision you are about to experience is a reflection of God's ability to fulfill every promise He has made to you. It is a reminder that God has always had a plan for your life, and now that plan is beginning to come to fruition in ways that will astound you. Every prayer you've prayed, every act of faith you've made, and every moment of trust in His timing has led to this divine moment of breakthrough. You are being prepared for a life of abundance, not just for yourself, but for those around you. God's love is not just meant for you to enjoy alone. It is meant to overflow into the lives of others. As you receive this financial blessing, remember that it is not only about your personal prosperity, but about how you can use this abundance to bless others. God has always been about blessing His children, not just so they can receive, but so they can give. This is the season where God is aligning your heart with His will, where He is teaching you to handle the blessings that He has prepared for you with wisdom, humility, and grace. You are not receiving this blessing by accident. It is part of God's divine plan, and He has prepared you for this moment, just as He has prepared you for all the moments to come. So, chosen one, take a moment to receive this blessing with open arms and an open heart. This provision is God's gift to you, a sign of His love and faithfulness. And as you receive it, remember that it is just the beginning of what He is about to do in your life. There is more to come, and it is all a reflection of His great love for you. As the chosen one, you may begin to notice small signs of God's movement in your life, those little things that seem insignificant at first glance, yet they hold the key to the greater blessing that's about to unfold. These subtle signs often appear as unexpected calls, the chance encounter with someone who has the right words, or the sudden availability of a resource that you didn't know you needed. In the natural realm, these might seem like coincidences, but spiritually, they are God's way of preparing you for the bigger picture, aligning you with what He's about to bring into your life. Perhaps you've recently received a phone call that felt like more than just a casual conversation, or an opportunity that seemed to come out of nowhere but felt like it aligned perfectly with your current season. It could be a door that's opened, one you didn't expect, or even a seemingly small financial gift or help from someone unexpected. These are not random occurrences. They are the first signs of the larger breakthrough that God is bringing into your life. God has a way of preparing His chosen ones for the miracles they are about to experience. Before the big blessing manifests, He gently guides and directs, providing these small but meaningful nudges to ensure that you are spiritually and emotionally ready. Just like a seed must first sprout and grow roots before it can become a fully formed plant, these small signs are the roots of the bigger breakthrough that will soon flourish in your life. These signs are invitations to trust and step forward in faith. While they may not seem like the fulfillment of your breakthrough yet, they are the first steps in God's perfect timing. You may not yet see the full picture, but He is carefully orchestrating your life to prepare you for the financial blessing He has set aside for you. The journey toward receiving your blessing isn't about being impatient or trying to rush things. It's about staying patient, being open to what's unfolding, and allowing God to work in His time. The small signs are opportunities to test your trust in Him, to reaffirm your faith in His divine timing, and to remain receptive to His guidance. The more you stay open-hearted and trust that these signs are leading to something much bigger, the more you will see the connection between each small moment and the larger blessing that is to come. Faith in action is essential at this stage. Trusting God's timing means not just waiting passively, but engaging actively with each opportunity that He presents. Don't dismiss the seemingly small things, the little nudges, or the unexpected doors that open. These are all pieces of the puzzle that God is putting together for you. As you act in faith and obedience, your trust will grow, and so will the miracles that unfold in your life. For many, the temptation is to ignore these small signs, especially if they don't immediately seem like the breakthrough you've been waiting for. But that's where faith comes in. It's not about seeing the whole picture from the start. It's about taking the first step, trusting that God is moving, and staying receptive to His will. These small signs, when combined, are the stepping stones that lead to the larger breakthrough that God has prepared for you. The miracle that's coming your way is not a random occurrence or a coincidence. It is a carefully orchestrated event designed by God to elevate your life and fulfill your deeper needs. God is intentional in how He works in your life, and the small signs you're witnessing now are simply the beginning of a larger move. What seems like an insignificant moment today could be the key that unlocks the door to your blessing. God is orchestrating all the events, the people, and the circumstances to lead you to this point. Trust in this process. It's not just about what you can see, but about what you can't yet see. Trust that the signs are real, even when they don't seem big enough to be the breakthrough itself. In time, you'll look back and realize that every step, every small act of faith, and every moment of trust was part of the divine unfolding of the life God has for you. And as you continue to witness these small blessings, remember, each one is a miracle in the making. These signs are not to be dismissed, but embraced, for they are evidence that God is preparing you for something bigger. So stay faithful, stay open, and continue to walk with expectancy. Your miracle is unfolding in the quiet, and you are closer to the breakthrough than you may think. The transition from scarcity to abundance is a profound shift, one that the Chosen One has been preparing for, whether consciously or subconsciously, throughout their journey. You've experienced the weight of limitation, the challenge of navigating through seasons of financial struggle, and the uncertainty that comes with constantly seeking provision. You faced moments where doubt crept in, and the future seemed unclear. But now, the winds of change are blowing, and you are on the precipice of a season where abundance is not just a concept, but a tangible reality. For too long, you felt the sting of scarcity, the lack that created anxiety and limited your options. Perhaps you've questioned if there would ever be enough, if your dreams would remain out of reach, or if the promises you were given would ever come to pass. But as with all things in God's timing, your seasons of struggle were never meant to break you. Instead, they were shaping you, preparing you for what lies ahead. God has never turned a blind eye to your perseverance or your faith, even in the most difficult times. Your endurance in the face of financial uncertainty has been seen, and it has not gone unnoticed by heaven. Now, as you step into this new season, God is responding with an overflow of provision, not just to meet your needs, but to bless you abundantly. The doors that were once closed to you are swinging wide open, and opportunities are coming your way. Opportunities that align perfectly with your divine calling. This financial blessing is more than just money. It is freedom from the limitations that once held you back. The very things that seemed impossible are now within reach. You are stepping into a space where scarcity no longer dictates your decisions or limits your potential. God's faithfulness through every trial has been the foundation of your growth. You've endured financial struggle, yet you've kept going, trusting in His provision and relying on His promises. Every moment of hardship has been a building block for what you're about to experience. The blessing you're about to receive is not a random event. It is the fulfillment of God's promise to you. It is a reflection of His goodness and His deep care for you. Your perseverance has unlocked this moment, and God is now responding in a way that will set the course for the next chapter of your life. But this blessing is not just about financial provision. It is part of a larger divine plan, one that goes beyond meeting your immediate needs. This is a season of transformation. The abundance that is coming into your life will not only bring financial freedom, but will also open up new opportunities for growth, influence, and service. With this blessing, you are being positioned for greater impact, for a broader reach, and for a deeper understanding of your calling. God's provision is never simply about giving you what you need. It's about positioning you for transformation and expansion. He is preparing you not just to live comfortably, but to thrive and make a difference in the lives of others. This financial blessing is the beginning of a ripple effect that will reach far beyond you. As you step into this new season, you'll find that God is expanding your influence, bringing you into new opportunities to serve, lead, and grow. The shift from scarcity to abundance is not just about the numbers in your bank account or the material possessions you acquire. It's about stepping into your true identity, stepping into the fullness of what God has always intended for you. You are not just receiving a financial blessing. You are stepping into a new level of responsibility, stewardship, and purpose. This abundance will enable you to fulfill the divine calling that has been placed on your life, equipping you to make a difference in the world around you. You've faced the tests, and you've passed them. Your endurance, faith, and trust in God have been the keys to unlocking this moment. The blessings you are about to receive are not just for your benefit. They are meant to be a testament to the faithfulness of God, a testimony to others that God still provides, still blesses, and still fulfills His promises. As you step into this new season, let your heart be filled with gratitude. Recognize that this is not a random occurrence, but the result of God's divine plan. You are walking into a season of abundance because you have walked faithfully through the seasons of scarcity. And as you embrace the blessings that are coming your way, remember that this is just the beginning. God has far more in store for you than you could ever imagine. Your financial breakthrough is not the end, but the beginning of a greater journey, one that will bring transformation, influence, and divine favor to everyone you touch. Trusting God's perfect timing can be one of the most challenging parts of the journey, especially when it feels like the blessing you've been waiting for is taking longer than expected. But the truth is, every season you've endured, every trial, and every moment of waiting has been part of God's divine preparation for what is about to unfold in your life. The process is as important as the destination, and God has been using every moment to refine you, to build your faith, and to prepare your heart for the abundance that is coming your way. The delay in your blessing was never a sign of God forgetting you or being too slow. It was part of His divine timing. When you look back on your journey, you will see that every moment, even those that felt like setbacks or struggles, has led to this moment. You have been prepared, shaped, and equipped for the season that is about to unfold. You might have questioned why things took longer than you expected, but now you can see that each season of waiting has given you the strength, patience, and wisdom to handle the blessing in its fullness. As you step into the season of your breakthrough, it's normal for doubts to arise. You may wonder if you're truly ready for what is about to come, or if you missed something along the way. Those doubts are natural, but they do not reflect the truth of God's timing. What you may not realize is that during every moment of waiting, God was preparing you in ways that you could not see at the time. He was aligning people, circumstances, and opportunities to meet you where you are now, at a place where you are ready to receive the blessing with open arms and an open heart. It's easy to get caught in the cycle of doubt, especially when the waiting feels long and the results seem far off. You might ask yourself, why hasn't it happened yet? Or, am I doing something wrong? But these feelings are often a result of our own impatience and human perspective. God's view is much broader and more perfect. His timing is never late, never too early, but always right on time. When God blesses you, He ensures that you're ready to handle it, emotionally, spiritually, and practically. The blessing that's coming is not just for this moment. It's preparing you for greater things ahead. As you move closer to this blessing, it's time to release any lingering doubts or fears about the timing. You are exactly where you need to be. God has prepared your heart, mind, and spirit for this moment, and now is the time to trust Him fully. Let go of the anxiety about when or how things will come to fruition. Trust that God's plans are far greater than anything you could imagine. The timing of your blessing is not a mistake. It is the culmination of everything that has happened in your life, all leading to this breakthrough. The key to receiving the blessing in its fullness is openness. Open your heart fully to receive what God has prepared for you. This is the moment you've been waiting for, and the door is wide open. The financial blessing you are about to receive is not just for you. It is part of a larger divine orchestration. God has orchestrated this blessing to affect not only your life, but the lives of those around you. This provision is a testament to God's faithfulness and love for you, and it is a tool that will enable you to step further into your calling and purpose. Trust that the resources and opportunities coming your way are not merely financial. They represent a broader vision, a divine orchestration that will impact your life in ways beyond what you can see now. There is a ripple effect that will continue from this blessing, touching not only your immediate circumstances, but also the people and situations that God has already prepared for you to impact. It's not just about receiving a financial gift. It's about stepping into a new season of purpose, influence, and growth. Your willingness to receive this blessing, your openness to trust God's perfect timing, and your belief in His faithfulness are all crucial to the manifestation of this breakthrough. You are no longer waiting for the blessing. You are in the season of receiving it, and it is time to step forward with confidence and joy. God has already made the way for you. Now it's time to walk boldly into the future He has prepared for you. This is the moment when everything you've waited for comes together. Your prayers, your patience, and your trust in God's timing are now bringing forth the breakthrough you've been believing for. Trust that this is just the beginning. Your heart is aligned with God's purpose for you, and as you continue to walk in His will, the abundance that follows will not only meet your needs, but surpass them in ways you never expected. It's time to embrace this season with gratitude, anticipation, and complete trust in God's perfect timing. Receiving a significant blessing, especially one of financial provision, comes with a tremendous responsibility. It's not just about the prosperity or the comfort it brings. It's about recognizing that this blessing is part of a much larger divine plan. The chosen one is not being entrusted with abundance for their own personal gain alone, but to serve, uplift, and expand the kingdom of God on earth. This is the essence of divine stewardship, the understanding that all resources, including financial ones, are tools placed in your hands to be used wisely for a higher purpose. As the chosen one, you are called to steward this blessing with great care. While financial provision can be a source of comfort and security, it is also an opportunity to make a lasting impact on the world around you. God has given you the ability to serve others through your blessing, to extend love, generosity, and grace to those who are in need. It's essential to remember that this blessing is not for you to hoard or use for selfish ambition. It is a means to glorify God and bless others, expanding His kingdom in tangible ways. Generosity is a reflection of God's heart, and by sharing your blessing, you become an active participant in His divine work. God's love is meant to flow through you, reaching others in ways that may seem beyond your capacity. Through the provision you've received, you can help those who are struggling, support ministries and charitable causes, and open doors for others who may not have the same opportunities. Whether through monetary support, acts of kindness, or investments in people's lives, your blessing carries the potential to change lives and impact communities for the better. It's also important to understand that the blessing is not only about generosity, but also about alignment with God's will. The decisions you make and how you use this provision should be guided by your purpose in God's kingdom. Ask yourself, how can I use this blessing to further God's plan? How can this provision be a tool to bring about His will in my life and the lives of others? Whether it's building a business, supporting a ministry, or investing in personal development, the blessing should be used in ways that align with your calling, allowing God to lead you in how best to invest these resources for His glory. Being wise with the blessing means more than simply managing money. It's about making decisions with discernment. This is a time for you to seek God's direction on how to use this abundance in ways that reflect His priorities. It's about ensuring that your choices align with His will and lead to the best possible outcome, not just for you, but for those whose lives you will touch. Stewardship involves recognizing that every decision carries weight and impact, so it's crucial to approach this responsibility with a heart full of gratitude and prayer. As you move forward, remember that the blessing you've received is a trust. God has chosen you as a vessel to distribute His blessings, and in doing so, you are not only transforming your life, but also the lives of others. Through your generosity, you can influence families, communities, and even generations to come. Your actions will be a testament to God's provision and His ability to provide for those who walk in faith and obedience. It's also important to remember that this responsibility is not a burden, but a privilege. The privilege of being used by God to make a difference in the world is the ultimate purpose behind the blessing. As you faithfully steward this blessing, you will see how God opens new doors, expands opportunities, and strengthens relationships that will allow you to continue to bless others and grow in His purpose. Your influence will not be confined to just your immediate circle, but will extend into places you may never have imagined. In conclusion, the financial blessing you have received is a tool meant to be used for God's kingdom, not for personal gain alone. This gift is meant to bless others, expand your influence, and fulfill God's divine plan in your life. Your responsibility as a steward is to manage it wisely, making decisions that align with God's will and purpose for you. By doing so, you not only honor the blessing, but also fulfill your calling as a vessel of God's love and provision in the world.